You are welcome to Open Therapy of open psychology. Today we shall be looking at something related to real estate investment and how it affects people's mental health. Why are we looking at real estate? Now there'll be a lot of demolition going on in some states and some other area of federal government, federal capital territory in Nigeria, and the same demolition can likely happen anywhere, even outside Nigeria. So this is affecting a number of persons mentally because they've invested their money over years, and suddenly there was need to demolish those houses built by them, and a number of them are either going to suffer from depression or have post-traumatic stress disorder, and other mental health related issues might arise due to this impact. So it is very important that those who have received notice for demolition or those whose houses have been demolished have to take a quick step to guide their mental health. And in as much as they need to guide their mental health, we do not want them to also be in a situation where they will not be able to take subsequent investment. And because they still have to invest in real estate, not to be discouraged from that sector, there is need for them to follow some critical things. And due diligence, for anybody investing in real estate, it is very essential, number one, that you get the survey plan and work with surveyors to make sure that that place you are buying is actually available. Number two essential thing is to work with physical planning of the state to know the zoning. Some areas are zoned for agricultural purposes, some for residential, some have been zoned for industrial layout, and some have been zoned for different kind of development. So if you intend to build housings, you cannot start to build in area that have been zoned into agriculture. So it's good you get to physical planning office to ascertain whether that portion is actually for what you intend to use it for. Number three thing that is essential for anybody going into investment in real estate, to get a lawyer to check whether there are court cases on that land to clear that. Now, after that, you need to take a step to get approval. There are different approval for different stages. There are approval that could be taken for fencing if you want to fence. If you have to build real estate, there are need for approval for layout. There are approval even if you want to demolish a structure that is already standing. For you to demolish it, you need to get an approval for that. So there are all sorts of approval that you need to get, and it's good that you have this when you are taking such decision. After those level of approval, the fifth thing you have to know is that there are setbacks. What is meant by setback is that acceptable space in between a house and a road, in between a house and a major road, in between a house and rail line, in between a house and a fence, in between a house and high tension wire. There is acceptable setback that is expected by a government, which an individual have to build to adhere to whenever you are going into real estate investment and you are building. This is essential because if you have knowledge of all these things, it will enable you to prevent long-time shock that will come when the house is being marked for demolition. After the fifth thing which I've talked about, you also need to obtain all the necessary title. Even if government is taking over, if you follow all the due process, you'll be compensated. It is essential for anybody in real estate. Those who are going through the trauma currently also need to seek mental health care attention. Still on the real estate, we've talked about setback. It is also essential to know that setback, rights of way, and all that is essential. If your land cuts across from some land region into ocean area, into beach, into Atlantic side of the river, ocean rather, you might have to take another permit from the federal government aside from the permits on the land from the state government. It is very essential for individual investing in real estate to know this in order to protect your mental health as some other impact that might come after the investment. Thank you.